The Pentagon is now actively preparing ground invasion option for Iran, not just airstrike, not just threat. I'm talking about actual boots on the ground, planning scenarios like this could turn into something much bigger very fast. And I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute, how did we get here? Because just days ago, we were still hearing about possible negotiations, ceasefire talks, some kind of diplomatic path forward. And now suddenly we're talking about what officials are calling a final blow. That wording alone should tell you everything. A final blow doesn't mean pressure. It means escalations. And what makes this even more real is the fact that thousands of U.S. troops are already being positioned. We're talking about elements of the 82nd Airborne Division, one of the fastest response forces in the world, capable of deploying within hours. Around 2,000 paratroopers already moving, and when you combine that with Marines units already headed into the Persian Gulf, you're looking at potential 6,000 to 8,000 U.S. ground troops right near Iran. That's not preparation for peace. That's positioning for something serious. Now, this is where it starts to get even more intense, because the Pentagon isn't just thinking about if they act. They're already mapping out exactly where. One of the main targets being discussed is Kang Island, and if you don't know what that is, let me simplify it for you. That island handles about 90% of Iran oil exports. So if that gets taken out or seized, you're basically cutting off Iran's economic lifeline. Then still Iraq Island, which plays a major role in controlling the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil routes in the entire world. So now you start to see the bigger picture. This isn't just about military pressures. This is about control over energy, over global supplies, over leverage. And another option being considered is blocking Iranian oil tanker altogether. So now I'm sitting here thinking, if all of these options are on the table, what does Iran do in response? Because according to the reports, they're not just sitting around waiting. They've already been fortifying key locations, laying mines, setting up anti-armors defenses, positioning missile systems, basically preparing for the possibilities of ground troops landing. And one detail that really stood out to me, Kang Island is less than 15 miles from Iran's mainland. That's extremely close, which means any operation there put U.S. forces directly within range of rockets, artillery, drones. That's not a low-risk move, not even close. Even military analysts are warning this could get messy fast with real consequences. Now here's where things get even more complicated, because officially the White House is still saying this is all theoretical. That's no final decisions has been made. But at the same time, you got statements saying the U.S. is prepared to strike more forcefully than ever before if no agreement is reached. So it's like on one side, they're saying we haven't decided. But on the other side, they're clearly getting ready. Then you look at Iran. They already rejected a full 15-point U.S. ceasefire proposal, completely turning it down. And not only that, they denying that negotiations are even happening. So now you got both sides positionings, preparing, and at the same time not trusting each other. And honestly, that right there might be the biggest problem in all of this, because when there's no trust, every move looks like a threat. Every actions feel like escalations. And that's how situations spiral out of control. And I'll be real with you, this doesn't feel like something that just cool down overnight. It feels like something that building quietly but aggressively in the background. And the moment one side make a move, everything changes. So if you've been watching this thinking it's just noise, it's not. This is one of those moments where things are shifting, and we're getting closer to a point where decisions won't be theoretical anymore. It'll be real.